TNR Essential Instructions. Once a cat is in an automatic trap. Video by Vladimir Kitten Project. Once a cat is secured in a trap, it must be checked for a tattoo. Never release a cat without checking for a tattoo. Never assume that it is fixed. If you release it by mistake, you will have a very difficult time retrapping it. Even if the feeder has told you it is fixed, they could be mistaken, so check with your own eyes. Even if you think you have recaught a cat that you've already sterilized, it might be a look-alike cat, so check for a tattoo unless an ear crop is obvious. A flashlight is always used to check for a tattoo. It is much easier to see a tattoo with a flashlight than by looking with only daylight. The trap cover is lifted just enough to peek at the cat's ear, but not so much that the cat freaks out from being exposed. If no blue or black letters or numbers are present, then the feral can be taken to the vet as scheduled. If a tattoo is discovered, then the cat has already been fixed. Once the cat has settled down, sooner or later there will be a good angle for you to look in the ear. Be patient. Eventually the cat will tilt its head. Checking for a tattoo is important because if you take a cat to a vet that has already been fixed, you have wasted the vet's time. If a cat does not have a tattoo, then its belly must be checked to see if it is a nursing mother. The trap is propped up in a way that lets the trapper look underneath it at the cat's belly. The trapper is looking to see if the cat's nipples look normal or if they look larger, longer, worn out from nursing, or if a bald patch is visible around each one. These would be signs that the cat has a litter. It can be difficult to see the nipples if the cat is long-haired, but the effort should still be made to check. It can take several minutes to get a good look. If the cat does look like she is a nursing mother, then the trapper must quickly try to find out what she can about the kittens. How old are the kittens? Where are they? Knocking on doors can yield valuable information from people who may have seen the kittens or may have seen the mother going to and from a particular spot where the kittens probably are. Can the kittens be discovered? Is it a nest of tiny kittens that are not yet mobile and can be grabbed? Is it a litter that can already run and will need to be trapped? Have the kittens been spotted coming to the feeding station, which would mean that they can feed themselves if their mother is taken away to be spayed? And if the kittens are weaned, then, thinking of the time of year, is it warm weather where they can survive without her body heat until they are trapped, or does it get cold at night and they can't be without her? Discovering a lactating mother means the trapper must consider these questions, act quickly to try and get answers, and, based on what she discovers, make a decision that hopefully won't cause the death of an unweaned litter. When uncertain, releasing the mother cat is the safest option. In that case, the trapper would return however many weeks later when the kittens have been spotted coming to the feeding station, and would trap the cat family. If the trapper is not yet ready to leave the location with her untattooed and non-lactating cats, then she places the full traps in a safe area out of direct sunlight and away from the feeding station where they might alarm the loose cats as the wait continues for more traps to be filled. Just as a baby or a dog would not be left unattended in a car because of the risk of overheating, a feral cat in a trap would not be left unattended in a car because of the risk of overheating. Whenever the trapper is finished her effort for the day, she takes the trapped cats and any other equipment with her. Traps do not go in the bed of a truck, nor in the trunk of a car. Cardboard can be placed on the back seat of a car, or else machine washable waterproof pads. The cat must have a meal on the day of trapping. Cats are hungry on trapping day, and it would be too long to make them wait until after surgery the next day to eat. If there is a dish of bait food in the automatic trap already that didn't tip over and spill out in the commotion of the cat being trapped, then that is the cat's meal for the day. If that is not available, then the cat needs some food. If the cat is trapped by a member of the public rather than a member of a cat rescue organization, then they should not open the door of the trap for any reason. Feral cats are shockingly fast and strong, and if an inexperienced person opens the trap door even slightly, they will probably lose the cat. Rather than open the trap, the member of the public can flip the overturned bait dish with a chopstick through the bars and then slowly drop kibbles into it. If the cat is trapped by a trained trapper, then she can put food into it another way. A trap is never opened outside unless it is done by an experienced trapper, and there is some very good reason why it couldn't have been opened indoors instead. If a trap is to be opened, then that is done inside an escape-proof room where all doors and windows are shut. That way, if something goes wrong and the cat gets out of the trap, it is contained in a building and can be netted. Mix some water with some cat food so that the cat can have both in one dish. The dish must be metal or plastic, not ceramic or glass, because that might get broken. The dish should not be very tall so that it can be slipped into the trap without opening the door very high. Move the trap cover back just enough to be able to see the cat. Watch it carefully to judge its behavior. The door can only be opened when the cat is at the other end of the trap and is sitting calmly. If the cat is moving around or looks like it is about to move around, then it is not the right time to open the door. If it seems like a good time, have one hand on the trap door and one hand on the food dish, but keep your eyes focused on the cat. If the cat moves, slam the door and wait until later to try again. When the time is right, slip the dish of food into the trap, close the door, readjust the trap cover, and let the cat eat in its quiet environment. Some automatic traps have a solid panel at the back, as seen here on the right, while others have a back door that slides up, as seen on the left. With a back door, it is easier for the experienced trapper to get a shallow dish of food into the trap. Cats are not supposed to eat after midnight the day before surgery. Young kittens are not supposed to eat after 6 a.m. the morning of surgery. The feral cat will probably eat its meal before midnight. If it doesn't, anyone who is not a trained trapper should not open the trap and try to get out the dish of uneaten food. They should simply tell the vet the circumstance when they deliver the cat the next day. If someone is a trained trapper, and if the dish of uneaten food is right next to the door of the trap, then she can carefully remove it using all the precautions explained earlier. If it is that time of year when it is warm at night, the trap can be left outside in a secure location. Outside of the warm months, the trap must be moved inside a heated building for the night. On non-absorbent flooring and in a quiet area, lay down a plastic garbage bag and then a towel, or just a waterproof pad, and place the trap on top of it. If the cat has to go to the bathroom, the material can absorb it through the bars. The next morning, the trapped feral is taken to the vet for its pre-booked appointment to be spayed or neutered, tattooed, and vaccinated. To not vaccinate a feral cat when given the opportunity would be a terrible waste of safeguarding the health of that cat and the health of all the cats in the area. Even though there won't be an opportunity to give the cat a booster shot later, that one shot should still be given. The trapper can also specify if she would like the cat's ear to be cropped while it is unconscious. Ear cropping, also called ear tipping, indicates that a feral cat has been sterilized. Please see our video about ear cropping for an understanding of how the practice can protect a feral cat. The cat will be put back into the trap after surgery, and it will be ready for pickup that afternoon after the anesthetic wears off.
Alright, so they'll be ready to go for 3 o'clock. Sounds good.
At the time of pickup, the trapper should find out the sex of the cat and its tattoo number from the vet staff.
1, 2, 3, E. And we crop the left ear on that guy. And the next one.
A trapper should make a TNR list with an entry for each cat in the colony. Once all the cats in the colony have been sterilized, a copy of the TNR list is given to the feeder. The TNR list, together with the tattoo on the cat's ear, is the cat's identification as a member of a managed, fixed colony. The cat rescue organization should keep a copy of every TNR list for its records. If the vet has any instruction for the cat post-surgery, that must be followed. In warm weather months, usually the cat can be released back at their location immediately after pickup from the vet. Warn the feeder that sometimes a cat isn't seen for a couple of days, but it will return to the feeding station and to its regular routine. Food is the great motivator. The feeder must continue to provide the cat with fresh water always and 1 meal of cat food per day to keep it going. The cat will still take care of rodent control, but that is not enough to sustain a cat, and a starving cat would not make a good mouser anyway. Outside of warm weather months, the feral cannot be released outdoors immediately post-surgery, but instead has to be kept in an indoor heated, escape-proof environment. To put the feral back outside in cold or wet weather immediately after surgery would risk an infection or death. After 1 week of heated indoor recovery, the feral can be returned to its colony. Keep in mind that if the cat were to be kept in a warm home environment for an extended amount of time, it would declimatize, and then to put it back outside into the cold would be cruel. No feral cat asked to be a feral cat. They exist because a person made a mistake by not getting their cat fixed or by abandoning it. A trap-neuter-return program can fix that person's mistake in a way that doesn't require the cat to pay with its life. The TNR method is a humane solution that allows the feral cats to live out their lives in a healthier way and without growing the colony. Please see our other TNR tutorials for a full understanding of the process.